British ways to call someone stupid politely, from World of Wordcraft. Ah, Britain, land of tea, understatement, and passive-aggressive communication, where we can call someone a complete turnip and they'll thank us for it. Today we're diving into British ways of telling someone they're a bit dim, without being rude. Or at least, not obviously rude. Let's begin, shall we? Number 1, bless them. Usage. They tried really hard, bless them. Translation. They have no idea what they're doing, but at least they gave it a go. Bonus points if you tilt your head and smile while saying it. That's the British equivalent of patting someone on the head and saying, "You absolute cabbage." Number 2, they mean well. Classic, kind, deadly. They mean well is the British way of saying, they're a lovely soul, but I wouldn't trust them to butter toast without supervision. Number 3, not the sharpest tool in the shed. This one's practically Shakespearean in comparison. Oh yes, lovely chap, just not the sharpest tool in the shed. Translation. He's a few sandwiches short of a picnic, but he brings crisps, so we let him stay. Number 4, there's a lot going on up there. Said with a vague point to the head. Interpretation 1, their mind is a whirlwind of genius. Interpretation 2, and the more likely, their brain is like a browser with 47 tabs open and nothing is loading. Number 5, they've got their own way of doing things. Ah, this is peak British diplomacy. They've got their own way of doing things equals they're doing it wrong, but I'm too polite to stop them. Or I run out of emotional energy. Number 6, bit of an odd one. Soft, vague, devastating. Bit of an odd one that. No details, no follow-up, just a statement that leaves everyone else quietly nodding. Number 7, we love them anyway. This is the full British roast sandwich. They've put their trousers on backwards and set the kettle on fire, but we love them anyway. Translation. They are pure chaos in human form, but there are chaos. Bonus round, the silent look. Sometimes you don't need words, just a raised eyebrow, a side glance, a sigh that says, I am physically present but spiritually absent because of your choices. And there you have it, the top British ways to tell someone they're not exactly Einstein, all without being rude to their face. Try one next time your friend asks where the sun goes at night, or wonders if fish get thirsty. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with the one mate who means well. You know the one. Cheers, you horrible lot. And remember, if all else fails, just say, well, aren't you special? Goodbye for now. Good morrow, everyone, and welcome back to World of Wordcraft and Britain, a land of chivalry, fish and chips, and backhanded compliments which leave a grin on someone's face until they work out what is actually being said. There is no place like home. For today's adventure, or lesson, if you are taking this seriously, we travel back to a simpler time, to a Britain of yestermonth, where our videos were simpler, and we were too.
Speak for yourself.
Today we are diving once more into ways of telling someone they are a bit dense, without being rude. Mostly. But we have taken this a step further. We have raided the comments section for the top comments left by you, dear viewers, from the video, British ways to call someone stupid, politely. The ones that made us giggle darkly. The comments that made us go, wow. Did you comment? See if you made the cut. So, without more waffle, prevarication, delaying, time wasting, etc., we once more present British ways to call someone stupid, politely. Comments edition. Part 1. Number 1. His men would follow him anywhere, but only out of curiosity. Only one of you came up with this gem. If you wonder why I'm not reading the names of the people who commented, it is because I have a condition. No, it's not dyslexia, dyspraxia, autism, or anything like that. I am just incredibly lazy. Translation: morbid curiosity has replaced loyalty. The man in question keeps saying or doing increasingly stupid things, while his men follow him just in case he says or does something even worse. Or better, depending on your viewpoint. Number 2. Wisdom has been chasing him, but he has always been faster. Another one-hit wonder from the comments section, and yes, it made us giggle. Translation: he is too dumb to learn or refuses to. You can offer knowledge, advice, or wisdom to him on a silver plate, and not only will he refuse it, he will carry on eating shit off the floor. Number 3. He's a very modest man with a lot to be modest about. The commenter delved into the past and pulled out this wonder. Translation: a savagely subtle way of saying that the man in question is a loser and has achieved very little. The original quote was said by our greatest Brit, Sir Winston Churchill, of Clement Attlee in 1945. And while greatest doesn't automatically translate as kind, it definitely translated as funny. Number 4. They're unarmed in a battle of wits. An old expression, but a classic, that we missed last time round, but are happy to include this time. Translation: they are not up to the task ahead. They are not equipped for the challenge they face. They are so thick that they've not brought a knife to a gunfight. They've brought a spoon. Number 5. You can trust him to do the right thing after he's tried everything else. Admit it, when you heard this one, you all thought of someone you know who fits this description. If you don't know anyone, then, I have something to tell you. Translation: this one is more positive. He is finally travelling in the right direction. Very slowly, after getting lost repeatedly, but progress is progress. Bonus: said by the late, great Queen Elizabeth II, recollections may vary. A worthy inclusion, as it doesn't get more British than this. I mean, if you ignore the royal family's very German lineage, that is, but by God, it is still British. Translation: at first glance, this seems like an observation. It is only after you think about it for a second and understand the context do you realise that Queenie was calling Meghan Markle, and if you have no idea who that is, I envy you, an out-and-out liar. Nothing to do with stupidity, but it was too funny not to include. So 5 British ways, mostly, and a bonus to suggest someone is not playing with a full deck, that you, the viewers, shared with us. They are ours now. Taxed for king and country. You can't have them back. Did you enjoy this video? Do you have any new, funny, savage ways to call someone stupid? Let us know in the comments section below. Like, subscribe, comment below, and hit the bell thingy with the power of 1,000 idiots licking a window. Just not yours, hopefully. Good morrow, everyone, and welcome back to World of Wordcraft, the only channel that teaches you real English that you didn't know you needed, might be able to get by without, and will very likely scar you for life. You have been warned. In our fair land of giants, pixies, unicorns, and evil overlords, finding the right words at the right time can bring about great change for the benefits of all. Sadly, finding the right words is bloody hard, so this week we have gone back to finding the wrong words that amuse us greatly and on occasion bring about immense, petty self-satisfaction. That's right! More British ways to call someone stupid. Politely. Once again, we raided the comment section to find the best. And when we couldn't find that, we went for what's left. Did you comment? See if you made the cut. Let's get cracking. British ways to call someone stupid. Politely. Comments edition, part 2. Number 1. Some village somewhere must be missing its idiot. A classic expression which seems to herald back to a time where there was only one idiot per village. God, I miss those days. Translation. Not only are they stupid, they have a local reputation for it. Famous. But for all the wrong reasons. Question. When this came up, who did you instantly think of? Who jumped into your mind? You know someone did. Number 2. The wheel is turning, but the hamster is dead. No actual animals were hurt in the making of this video. Isn't that right, commenter? Commenter? Translation. If you are being charitable, the person in question is going through the motions without thinking about anything. If you are not being charitable, they are really, really stupid. Number 3. He's got a head like a bungalow. There's nothing upstairs. This was a new comment for us, which made us chortle, so it's earned its place today. Translation. Yep, you guessed it. They are stupid, or as my dad used to say, that boy is hard of thinking. I never did figure out which boy he was referring to. Poor kid. Whoever he is. Number 4. The lights are on, but no one is home. A golden oldie with many different variants. All of which are funny. Translation. They have a brain. It just isn't used that often. Or at all. One owner from new. Low mileage. Number 5. He marches to the beat of a different drummer. Another new one for us, and we have to admit, we love this one. Translation. This is a very polite way of saying he or she does things their own special way. The person in question tends to think a bit differently, which can be funny, up until they try to put a fire out with petrol. Bonus! If brains were chocolate, he wouldn't have enough to fill a Smartie. This amused us, mainly because it sounds like an insult one child might say to another. Translation. The person in question is not the quickest or brightest of thinkers, thus perfect for UK politics. Bonus. He looks like the kind of person who knows what colour pencils or crayons taste like. Yep, even before paraphrasing, we had to admit this was a good one. Translation. A very simple soul who is very happy in their ignorance. I can almost see some cheerful chap munching happily on a packet of crayons while trying to colour in a picture of a cat with a cheese and pickle sandwich. Once more, we have reached the end. 5 ways, plus 2 bonuses. Don't look at us for consistency. To state someone is thicker than pig shit, but nowhere near as useful. We hope you had a good giggle, or at very least, kept the tears at bay until you could pull yourself together and unleash your stiff upper lip. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell thingy with the determination of an idiot reaching for his next pack of crayons. Good morrow, everyone, and welcome back to World of Wordcraft. The only channel that says, the only channel, every time in the hope you believe it. Suckers. This week, we have something new and different. That's right! More British ways to call someone stupid. Politely. How is that new or different, you ask? Well, firstly, because we say so. So, no. Secondly, we are not raiding our comment section this time. We have taken a trip across the pond to the comment section of our good friend King Boomer. A few months ago, King Boomer very kindly did a reaction video to our original British ways to call someone stupid. And since then, you fine folk, and the rest, have come up with some beautiful comments. Did you comment? See if you made the cut. For those who do not know him, King Boomer is an American YouTuber who creates reaction videos on all things British. His videos are well crafted, funny, and simply a pleasure to watch. King Boomer himself is also a really nice guy and a friend to our channel. If you are looking to learn about British culture and humour, King Boomer is your man. A big shout out to King Boomer, and we highly recommend his videos and his channel. Links are in the description below. Now, without further ado, British ways to call someone stupid, politely. Comments edition, part 3. Number 1. Well, he is trying. Very trying. The commenter came up with one that we hadn't heard in years, but it is a very worthy inclusion. Translation. Sound supportive if you do not listen too closely. But if you listen carefully, you can hear the speaker hanging onto their patience with their teeth. Number 2. Absolute Muppet. One of Britain's finest exports. Sadly, unlike Kermit, there's no wisdom, educational teachings, or important moral lesson to be found here. Translation. An insult that is both indirect, as per our polite comments, or direct. A lovable idiot. Mostly. Sometimes. Not really. Number 3. He's got a kangaroo loose in the top paddock. Borrowed from our Australian Commonwealth cousins, so it is sort of British. Translation. The lights may be on, the shed may have a roof, but something is hopping mad in the mental machinery. Number 4. Mind like a computer. Everything has to be punched in. A classic that I suspect derives from a time when computers were programmed with punch cards. Admittedly, the insult works better if you don't know that. Translation. At first, it sounds flattering, until you hear the second part. The person in question has no initiative, no imagination, and you really have to resist the urge to kick them when they fail to do, well, anything. That sounds like Windows Me to me. Number 5. Treacle. We hadn't heard this one in years. It is not that common in the southwest, from which we hail. Thank God. Translation. Treacle has 2 meanings depending on tone and context. The first is a term of endearment. Nope, I am not lying. Are you alright, Treacle? The second, and in line with this video's theme, is an insult. The person who Treacle refers to can be very sweet, very kind, but also very slow, thick, and sticky. Again. Number 6. Thick as two short planks. A well-known, common expression that we somehow managed to overlook the first time around. Oops. Translation. No wit, no wisdom, just very, very stupid. The phrase plays on the idea that a short plank isn't very useful, and two of them together don't improve the situation at all. So, calling someone as thick as two short planks suggests they're not just dim, but doubly so. Number 7. His heart's in the right place. Another classic. Lovely to hear. Sounds sweet. Until the inevitable but. Translation. The person in question is very well-meaning. May want to help, participate, and generally be useful. But they are about as effective as a chocolate teapot sat on Satan's fiery buttocks. And I can guarantee, after the next person says his heart is in the right place, you will want to go looking for it with a pointy, sharp object. Number 8. He isn't firing on all cylinders. Another classic and a good find by the commentator. Translation. Like a car starting on a wet, cold October morning, part of the brain is working, reluctantly, while the rest is waiting for a jump start from a power pack that is never going to come. Number 9. All wired up and not plugged in. A new one to us which we loved. Translation. Like a powerful music system, they have a lot of potential. However, unless the electricity bill gets paid, they are no bloody use to anyone. Number 10. Both brain cells were fighting for third place and losing. Another new one to us that made us giggle. Reminded me of a joke. There are 3 types of mathematicians in the world. Those who can count and those who can't. Anyway, translation. If one is being nice, one could call this a diagnosis, which sounds far better than saying being inbred would be a step up. Bonus! Uncomplicated. Such a gentle word. Almost sounds wholesome. Almost. Translation. A simple soul. No fuss, no stress, but sadly, no brain either. Bonus! He's like a lighthouse in the desert. Bright, but no use to anyone. Almost Shakespearean. If Shakespeare was being an utter asshole. Translation. More about someone being useless than stupid. The person in question is very intelligent. Tragically, this is wasted. Like Wi-Fi at your grand's house, or Viagra in a Catholic church. No, scratch that last one. Alas, we have reached the end once again. 10 ways plus 2 bonuses to call someone an idiot and suggest they have an IQ lower than the temperature of a cold day on Mars. Or to put it another way, they have the same IQ as 20 politicians. Did we make you laugh? Did we make you cry? Did we make you feel, goddammit? Feel free to let us know. We are also looking for suggestions for videos. What would you like to see British Ways cover next? Tell us in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, consider throwing a few pennies in our direction. Details below. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell thingy with the strength of an angry Shakespeare who was offered a pencil when he said, "To be or not to be." Yep, lots of dad jokes today. Cheers, you horrible lot. Bye for now.